Welcome back to the Soundation. This is Swaytoven. In this video, I want to give my thought process, philosophy of making a song. I know a lot of people go on YouTube and they want to know how to make beats. And I think if people want to make beats just to get a placement or because they think it's lit without any actual message behind it, I feel like you might fall flat of the mark of fulfillment, maybe, unless you start getting lit off of it, right? I mean, unless you start making money, then it doesn't really matter, because there's always going to be someone out there, right? But I started making music, like my musical journey, back in 2023, I believe, and I wasn't making like songs. I didn't put lyrics over anything, because I still had to figure out how to structure the beat around me, because I was making stuff for me. I wasn't making stuff for Lil Uzi or Future or anything like that. It's very important because music is a form of communication, and it's just like how can you speak pretending to be somebody else when you yourself have a message? It might be better, understanding that putting it through music is an outlet, and that you can still achieve what you're trying to do, maybe even better, is a whole different thing. Right? I mean, it's much more enticing to say, I want to make a Lil Uzi Vert type of beat, Future type of beat, Young Thug type. I don't know who people listen to nowadays. I don't really even listen to music besides the stuff I try to make. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I don't want to be influenced by any outside vibes, pretty much. But it's not to say that my stuff is going to be the latest and the greatest, but it all comes from a sense of just oneself. Music. I mean, it's music, right? I mean, what you feel, it's communication, and it's a language, and it's all how you convey that. And what I feel when I actually make a song, I made 2 songs this year, I guess last month, within actually like a couple of days of each other, and I just want you guys to get a feel for like I'm real with what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying is what I'm saying is right, but a lot of people will tell you how to make stuff, and it's just like you're just gonna follow a formula, and it's not gonna feel real, right? And before we even get into anything, this stuff isn't properly mixed. I tried it, but I don't have like the proper equipment. I'm just in my bedroom. But to still make music doesn't require anything crazy. You can still get your point across. And this is just like the draft, right? It could get better sound quality, just better quality of everything. You know what I'm saying? There's always and like more to be, I would like to say, refined for like anything that you're trying to work on. I think if you just stop at the beat making or the melody, then it's just, maybe you should just stop altogether. Unless like I said, you're making money, or it's just like a really nice hobby or something like that. But I mean, you're only taking baby steps at that point, So it's just like, that being said, like to my last video I was talking about the low end. I feel like I didn't really hit the nail on the topic, hit the nail on the head as much as I wanted it to, because when I start recording my vocals over like a beat that I make, it really can just be based off me just laying an 808 pattern, because then I'll start getting the feel for it, which is very important, because like I said, music is a feeling. It's also a message you're trying to convey. It's quite literally a feeling. You can feel vibrations. And when I'm saying something about the low end, this being the slow moving wavelength, something that we feel and not just hear, we feel it in our ears, our chest. It's almost like we can embody low end, to honestly, like when we kind of just become attuned with it, opposed to like high end melody. That's more, you can almost say up in here, mental, right? I mean, you get to the melody part, you're getting to the you're getting to like the message. You know what I'm saying? Even to when you like have something to say, your voice is a higher frequency than the low end, right? You're gonna hear someone say something, you can feel what they saying, but it's just like you're really gonna feel that 808. You know what I'm saying? It's something primal about it. I really like what someone commented the other day. Kaj Mahal, I think, was the username, if I'm saying it right. How back in the day, like 808s were made for like ritualistic settings to induce to alter states of mind. And I feel like I should have known that because I listen to, I forget what they're called, but I listen to like sounds when I go to sleep, not just white noise and stuff, but like 33 hertz and all that stuff. I listen to that shit when I go to sleep. So it's just like there is power in these frequencies that I think people don't. I think people take that just take don't really they take advantage of or something like that because you yourself are vibrating, you yourself are feeling this, right? In this grand scheme of reality, everything's vibrating, and it's just like, what's the vibes, baby? What's up with it? But yeah, much like breathing, your heartbeat, the 808, the kick, the low, and it's just like you feel it. It's primal. It's always been there. Pre-communication. You know what I'm saying? Before we even could like form words, we were just, you know what I'm saying? Right? Like, hitting stuff, right? We were making noises to communicate. It got percussive, you know what I'm saying? Until we started using words, then it got more mental and stuff like that. There's still a feeling behind it. You could still hear bass in someone's voice, but it's just like, music come in so many different layers and different perspectives you can look at it at. I believe that when you start your musical journey, hopefully you don't hear that truck outside. You might hear it eventually. That it comes from a sense of feeling, basically, and a want to convey some type of message. Going back to me when I start recording songs, it really comes from just me laying down an 808 pattern and or just some high end melody, and I sandwich my vocals like right in there harmonically in a way. I kind of have a monotone voice, but it's just like the low end is like the foundation, the high end is like kind of like just there to like really make sure you guys get the message, and then the message is like me, the artist, right? That space in there, all right? And that space can be really just considered you harmonizing with the music that you're making, the frequencies that you put in. You don't really have to put a hole in the wall, I believe, if you kind of just fit in it. You don't have to carve out space. That's a whole nother topic, I believe, when it comes to like just a wall of sound hitting people and just a sense of fullness, right? Does it really need to be space? Maybe space for an artist, but like I'm saying, like I feel like I have enough space for like my voice in a way, but it's a sense of feeling coming from the low end, the 808, the kick, what's driving. Like if there's no words, someone still has to be able to want to like move their body. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it just a primal. You know what I'm saying? Just no need for words. Right? The low end is enough foundation for us. Even though we can go further, we're always gonna feel kick, 808. Rhythm is very important. It's just like if you don't have any rhythm, then it's just like, what is your heartbeat out of rhythm, dude? Like you can just make an 808 pattern based off of like a heartbeat, Why not? Feel me? But saying how this is all communication and language and how you convey it, I don't know if it's the thing, if I should like share the songs or not. I mean, they're completely different like vibes and stuff like that. Here's this one. The mixing isn't that great. The songs aren't done, but once you get a feel for it, and this is like genuine feeling for the music you're making, it's kind of just like it doesn't have to be anything too crazy, too experimental. You don't have to worry about if like you have this crazy intro or anything like that, because understanding how to also convey the message, there is arranging, right? Arrangement, by the way, that does tie in along with the whole idea of this being a canvas and how you want to paint that picture of sound. Doesn't that just sound crazy? You know what I'm saying? Arranging and mixing, it all ties in together because your voice has to fit with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a different topic, because when it comes to arranging, like I couldn't tell you how to arrange. Like it's always usually when it comes to arranging, I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? I can just put words in a song. I could just keep spewing out words, no problem. But yeah, but like here's this song. Here's one type of vibe.
Why we gotta fight over every little thing that we didn't even make you just even I, so I can make it right. Didn't mean to say that, but I can't turn back time. Not this time, I'll get you on the way back. If you wanna stay back, maybe I was blind, but I know I wasn't wrong. Keep playing all along, put the past behind. Out of sight, out of mind, act out of line, ignoring all the signs. Maybe it's me, maybe it's we, but it's never just you. I've been missed every clue lately. Think about you softly, kissing on you on top of me. Let's go for a ride, not stopping me from taking what's mine. Knew the stakes when you came this time. It's getting late and you got no ride. I can almost taste the finish line. She ain't gonna run, burp, make a little sweat. Give her a nice show, never forget. Don't stay dry and the pussy stay wet. I can't lie, my cough off the check. Broke ass niggas, I just feel less.
And the thing about this is like the reason what makes me just want to keep. Like, the reason why I don't care about spacing the beat is because I want to keep adding more stuff. I want to keep adding melodies. Like, the harmonics are there, the frequencies. They can just, if it's sonically sound, then I mean, why not? You feel me? Like, I'm talking about the low in here. I love high end stuff. Like, I like the guitar playing in the high end. I just love all that glitter, that spice that's nice. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds so pretty. Most of the time, like, it just depends how the vibe is. That's just the way it is, because I mean the low end gets down and dirty. We ain't getting flirty, baby. What's up with it? You feel me? I'm talking like, you feel this, like, just, I mean, and then we just got nice little guitar happening and other stuff. Speaking of like a wall of sound, I guess, in making space and stuff and arranging, what I do, at least in the intro, just to make it not seem so full, is I will delete that top line. You know, I'll add I'll add that top line in when I want it to sound more full, I suppose, because just the higher notes and the higher registry, when nothing's clashing with them, it just gives it that air. You know what I mean? Like, you have the low and that grounds you, and then you just got that air. And then you got you in between. You got mother nature and father time. That made no goddamn sense. But you got up there and you just, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Balance, equilibrium. But then that's when the mixing comes into play, because the air, you know, your speaker pushes out air or something like that when the 808 hits. You know, air is actually like an important topic when it comes to. Not time, though. What time does matter. Music is such a crazy... all this stuff matters. You know, you gotta be a wizard. Like, be into this shit. Like, what the hell? But, like, and here's another thing that I have. It's a totally different vibe. I actually made this before the song I just showed you. And it's just like, you know, what do you get the feeling for? Like, I actually made this part first right here. This is the part I made first. Is like, you're not gonna hear that. You're not gonna hear the guitar. Like, that's actually a problem. Like, the frequencies clashing and stuff. Like, when it's playing on a loudspeaker, blasting all the way up, it just, you lose it. You do lose it. So it's just, like, I've been getting better at that, you know. But
Niggas talk that talk, I don't chitter chat. Niggas tryna walk that walk, don't know where they at. Backpack, think they need a map. Backtrack, she turned up her location. I just found your bitch in her natural habitat. Beat that pussy up, I broke it down, then I renovated. Fucked her once, twice, 5 times, you can get her back. Don't bother asking the question, she ain't got no information. And I can see why she's so sneaky, cause she's super freaky. Step my step and cross the line, I think I'm about to break the treaty. Hey, she gon' tell you I was drunk, but you gotta believe me. But niggas know around the block that your bitch is too easy. Got it icy hot, the spot if the spot gets too hot. Got the drop, out her buying drip, out your bitch can be mop. Just the
I be getting lit. I be getting lit by myself. And that's the power of music, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. It's like, when the beats hitting, bro, I ain't quitting. You feel me? Like, I'll make a whole song. It don't matter. Like, it's not that difficult to put some words down. Quite literally. Like, got the notebook right here. Got the trusty dusty notebook. That's just one of them. That's the latest notebook, by the way. It's a language. It's communication. You know? It doesn't change from putting the MIDI down on the piano roll to putting words down on a piece of paper. It doesn't change from having the idea, the vibration, the fucking thought of it in your mind. All you gotta do is vibrate that goddamn hand to put it somewhere else. You know, just vibrate your body and move that mouse and put something on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard unless you just can't feel it, which there's nothing wrong with. Maybe you just don't have any rhythm. And that's okay, is because we have tools for that. Thanks to Splice and our brand. I'm not sponsored, I'm just kidding. Oh, that would have been a crazy ad. But AI, I suppose. Like, I got Spawn, right? That's AI melody. It's dookie, but it can help people. I don't know how to make AI. Well, I think our AI bass lines, man, that's got to be so trash. Just if the melodies, I mean, I can't imagine like an AI bass line. Like, what? Dookie. Probably better than my bass lines, but that's the thing. You know, it has to just come from oneself. Like I said, trying to copycat doesn't really get you that. You feel me? You're just gonna be falling flat. But seriously, honestly, yeah, and like the thing is like, imagine this. Really imagine this too, right? Just put this into perspective. If I was like a hit artist, okay, what type of how-to beats would you try to make for me? You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking about that, but it's just like, if you were a hit artist, what type of beats would you be making? You know what I mean? Like, what would be like the fundamental, like the core of that identity? Is because it's just like, music is also that too. I mean, words are powerful. You know, I'm speaking like this. I'm sounding like maybe not an intellectual, but shit, I could be a crackhead. I'm not. But it's just like, you know, like if you're making like music, like what are you saying? I think I lost the message of what I was trying to say there, but it's just like, honestly, like, you know, you had to be trying to say. Damn, I really lost the message of what I was trying to say there. That was very ridiculous what I just said. But you know, don't put fake messages out there with your music either. Don't be fake with it, you know. That being said, I fucked your mom.